Hello and welcome back to On Location. Today I'm on location here at Stillwater Prairie Reserve. It has about 206 acres worth of land here, and about 5 miles of trails to hike here today. So got a lot of ground to cover, but it's gonna be very cool because there's a lot of variety of different microhabitats here, such as some prairie that I'm here in right now. There's the river, the Stillwater River, that gets its namesake from is down here, it looks like, near the suspension bridge, and some various different ponds and wetlands that are reconstructed here. So it's gonna be a pretty good visit for the day. For lighting, it is high noon right now. As you can see, it's a beautiful blue sky day here in the middle of winter, which means the lighting's gonna be kind of interesting to work with, I guess. But you know, it could be really bland, it could be high contrast, but we're gonna see basically with this visit here. And yeah, just get a good hike in for the day. Hopefully get some photographs, and we'll see what we get for the day. So kind of going into this blind like a lot of locations. It's my first visit here, so we're just gonna see what happens. So let's go ahead and get started here. All right, so pretty quickly I found my first several compositions actually along the Stillwater River. So given this time of year here in winter, but it's starting to kind of warm up just ever so slightly during the middle of the day here. So I think we're about 45 degrees now, and it's just a full sun day like I mentioned. And that means that all the ice over here, especially along the center and then along the edges where it's not flowing quite as much, is really just starting to break apart in all these different blocks of ice. But it's creating all these cool swirls and abstracts and patterns that I think is really, really neat. I always like doing these textures and patterns, so I can't get enough of this stuff here, so that's pretty cool. So there's many different ones I'm seeing, and I'm just really going along the river here as far as I can go over this way, which looks like this is pretty much as far as I'll go today, and just photographing various parts of the rock that's kind of wet as the water flows along it, then also doing all the different little bubbly thin sheets of ice that are also along the river here. So lots of cool stuff though. I'm doing a very high-key approach just because of given the lighting situation with shooting the camera top down, and it's the sun's, as you can see, is directly overhead above me here. So that's illuminating the whole entire subject. But I'm really pushing the camera to do ISO 800 just to get that really bright look to it. I think it would look really well. This obviously isn't going to be a really kind of dark and moody shot, of course, but I think that very brightness and kind of, I guess, higher brightness and exposure to the image is going to create something that's much more ethereal, which I feel like is really lent well to this subject. And yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's really neat getting these little kind of unique subjects and stuff in particular seasons like this, such as here in winter, because obviously other times of year it's pretty tough to find, you know, ice and stuff to photograph. So this is literally pretty ephemeral in nature, and that's what makes it really cool. So I think it's pretty neat, and I'm going to take a few more images here. I may try some with experimenting with the polarizer filter too, just to drop out the shallowness of the images and all the thin sheets of ice there. But I'm gonna go along the river here. I'm probably gonna take quite a few, so I'm gonna be here a while. But you know, I've got nothing but time right now, so, and then we'll continue on the rest of our hike here at Stillwater Prairie. So that was pretty awesome. I spent probably about, looks like about hour and a half actually, just in this little space over here along the Stillwater River, and photographing just all these different thin ice abstracts, which are really, really cool. Feels like I haven't really done any of those in a few past few seasons here, but this more than made up for it, I think. So probably got at least a dozen shots, hopefully some pretty good ones out of that. It's just hard to tell sometimes with the camera and everything, and just the images seeing on that tiny LCD screen on the backside, or even looking through the electronic viewfinder, and really seeing if there's actually anything good out of them, just from that small little screen there. I'm hoping there's something good, but just given the subject matter, where it's this kind of blurry, kind of a soft focused look with it, even if you use manual focus, of course, and have it stabilized on a tripod, it can still be kind of hard to tell the if the ice, with just that obscurity, with all the leaves and everything, all the like twigs and sticks that are situated underneath it, to really see if it's sharp. But sometimes that look can really look pretty cool, I think. Like I said earlier, just gives that nice kind of ethereal, almost like dreamlike vibe to it that I think would look really cool. And you know, at the end of the day, it's pretty much an abstract, so it's still something that I think would be pretty cool to do. So, but much more artsy here, at least for my visit here to Stillwater, and I think it's pretty cool nonetheless. So I think from here I'm on this boardwalk now. Like I said, this is kind of when I started the video, but now I'm going to keep making my way around, hopefully pick up the speed a little bit more and get some miles in. And if there's anything else of note to photograph, I'll see. But that's more than made up for it, I think, and it's already a great start to the day here. But I'm going to keep going here and see what else I can find at the reserve here. So first impression so far, this location is very, very cool. Nice wide trails here, nice, relatively flat, I'd say. There's not too many hills from what I can tell. The trails are very well laid out, marked, and yeah, it's pretty nice, especially going along the river here, which I feel like in spring would be great for warblers, and the migratory season, of course, for birds. Trying to get a lot of different kind of water thrush, I'm imagining, during the more the shallower ends of the river here, and could be really, really cool. But it's a nice, peaceful little hike out here right now. There's quite a bit of a breeze, but I feel like it's dying down, at least in this area, as it rolls over all these trees that kind of like act as a windbreak from right here. And yeah, it's just nice hearing as you kind of quietly get away and meander away from the river, just hearing less of the rapids and everything out there, and just hearing the nice kind of still wind and everything of the woodland here, and then all the trees kind of rubbing and creaking up against each other, which creates a kind of squeaky sound you may hear sometimes. But yeah, pretty nice over here. Nice little pull-up actually right here again, so probably check that out. But make my way through, because I hike pretty fast sometimes and have my own detriment sometimes, but just pretty cool seeing this location and checking it out for this first time here. Definitely would recommend it. It's definitely pretty cool, and I think it's a nice time to, you know, come out and hike and check things out. And if you like photography, of course, which I imagine most of you do, at least, you know, it'd be pretty cool in winter here to take some nice abstracts as well. And no shortage of photographic subjects here, so it's pretty cool. And this is a nice part over here. It's relatively frozen, as you can see, all the way out there, but there's still this part, of course, good portion of it flowing out here as well. Alright, so I'm about half a mile away from the suspension bridge. This should be really cool to see. Pretty nice views, I imagine, across the river here. But right here beside me to my right is, it looks like the wetland here. It looks like they clear cut all the shrubs and trees, for the most part at least, all along this edge here of the trail. So alright, so I've been hiking for quite a while here on Maple Ridge. I think I just finished up all the trails over here. Yes, various amounts of woodland here. There's some upland ponds, which some are frozen over, of course, this time of year. You know, some variation in elevation, like with this hill on this trail, and then down this way from where I started at Hickory Pass. So some very cool stuff. Lots of old growth trees here, which is really nice, but I'm really feeling like the monotony of seeing the same kind of trees just so much, you know, because they all look the same, even though there's a little light dusting of snow here on the lower canopy and ground floor. But nothing that's too much of course, like a whiteout condition. That'd be more interesting, I think, for doing kind of like wintry photography. But still, it's pretty nice, you know, evening hike out here now. Quite a few minutes to go, I think, until I get back to the car, as you get towards the end of the day here at dusk. But you know, it's been a great visit. Like all the other parks and places I go to, I can only imagine in other times of year and seasons,
that's equally, if not more, pretty amazing, I think. You know, just with the different subjects, the biodiversity, all that kind of stuff. And so, and Stillwater Prairie is no exception too. So I think it's gonna be a good place to go back and repeat visits, of course. And I recommend, if you're in the area, to do it yourself as well. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. It's been Stillwater Prairie Reserve and Maple Ridge Reserve too. And until next time, make sure to get out here. Thank you.